Good evening everyone and happy Halloween. So for this year's Halloween wild camp I'm somewhere incredibly different. I'm actually down in Dorset. That wasn't the original plan. I'd actually planned to try and wild camp at a haunted ruined folly called Racton Ruins near Chichester in West Sussex. I headed down there earlier today with Luke from the Real Travelling Amigos and Steve, aka Scoutman Steve, who you saw on the last year's Halloween video at Clapham Woods. We got to Racton Ruins and we were sort of umming and ahhing about the location. There was a lot of glass on the floor and there was a footpath right beside it. The woodland wasn't really dense enough to sort of hide away in and stuff around it, and there was a lot of like wasps and bees nests inside this folly, but it's an amazing structure and I would like to go back there at some point and hopefully try and wild camp. We sort of was racking our brains and it was like, what are we going to do? It was about 4 PM and in the end I found on Google Maps somewhere I'd actually saved to come and have a look at, and that's where we are tonight. And it's known as Knowlton church ruin and Neolithic earthworks. Apparently it is haunted. We've sort of looked it up and there is some sort of ghostly and peculiar goings on. It was about an hour and 15 minutes drive from Racton Ruins, so we just quickly jumped in the car and we were basically chasing the light. And when we got here, the sun was setting. It was really beautiful as well. The ruins just look fantastic, and as I say, it's in the middle of a Neolithic henge monument, or basically a circular earthwork. There's a wishing tree, or a wish tree over there, loads of ribbons and stuff tied to the branches. There is a moon out as well, which is sort of making everything look a bit creepier. And we're basically tucked down behind the bank. There was a group of teenagers that come up here earlier and we nearly called it off because we thought, are they going to be staying and stuff, but they were terrified. They were like, have you been in there? Is it haunted? And it was like, well, supposedly it is. Are you going in there? Yeah, we're going in there. And eventually they left anyway. So we're going pretty minimal with the shelters tonight. I've got my OEX Salamander hooped bivvy. Steve has also got his OEX Salamander hoop bivvy, and Luke has got his OEX Fox 1 V2 little tent. Got a few Halloween treats and things to eat, some Halloween cakes and some sort of Halloween themed ciders as well. I've just had some Copperberg spiced like mulled cider. I've got a Brothers Toffee apple cider as well. I've had all these ciders before, so I won't really review them, but needless to say, they're good ciders and closest thing I could find to Halloween really in the local Tesco's. I'll show you the shelters in a second, and of course once we've had dinner we'll go and have a look in the church at night time and see if we can see any ghosts or anything, and of course we'll tell you all about why it's supposedly haunted as well. Luke knows more about it than me, so we'll check in with him in a minute. So yeah, I hope you have a good Halloween. Let the fun begin. Tonight, Matthew, I'll mostly be eating pasta bolognese. And tonight, Matthew, I will mostly be eating cake. So these are the shelters for tonight, starting off with Scoutman Steve. Scatman or Scoutman?
I'm a Scoutman.
So he's got the OEX Salamander hooped bivvy, same as mine. So Luke has got a little bit more luxury than me and Steve. He's got the OEX Fox 1 V2, cracking little tent. I've recently purchased one and yeah, I like it. It's good to have a Fox 1 tent back again. And then finally, here's my one, the Salamander hoop bivvy again. We've got our chairs set up here It's like a small festival. And then down there, that is our projects for tonight. We're carving some pumpkins. We've gone a bit more minimalist and stuff because we knew that wherever we were going to camp this year, we was going to have to be a bit stealthy and a bit sort of more discreet. So it's time to carve the pumpkins. So we've got one each, and we've got a carving kit each. There's like a little shovel.
Shit shovel.
Which Steve said would make a really good shit shovel for when you need a poo in the woods or something. There's a little saw thing and a little poker to poke the eyes out with. We've got no stencils this time, so we're just gonna have to, you know, yeah, just do it by eye. I'm probably gonna bugger it up then. So.
Aye, sailor.
It's just gone 10 o'clock and some people have turned up at the church ruins with torches. Look, they don't know we're here. I think it's like 3 or 4 of them. And the fog's come down again, it's really thick. You can barely see the church. They might not come round here. They would have seen our cars parked though in the lay-by. They'll probably be more scared of us that we're here. We're gonna head into the henge circle over the earthworks and into the ruined church, which is in the centre, and we're gonna have a little look around and sort of see if we spot any spooky goings on.
Yeah.
And there's a like blanket of like fog or mist that's just descended over everything. It's making everything quite damp and a bit chilly. And the moon is out, and it's like a silhouette in the church, like the church ruin, and it looks pretty creepy. It's pretty cool, very atmospheric. Looks like it's like
a film set.
Like a film set, yeah. It's absolutely brilliant. So before we head in there, we thought we'd tell you a little bit of like background info on why this site is supposedly haunted and some of the sightings throughout the centuries. So the first one, Luke, remind us.
So there is supposedly a black figure that rides a horse, and he rides the horse towards the church as if the church is not there, and then as he hits the wall of the church he disappears. Scary.
Why are we whispering?
There's supposed to be a woman's face appear in one of the windows, but that's the same ghost story as you hear everywhere, so don't believe that one. And the third one, and the final one, is apparently there's a nun that kneels outside of the church begging for forgiveness from God for something she's done, but been a naughty nun.
Something's become a porno.
Naughty nun. They're the 3 ghost stories that I know from this place, so
that's it. Yeah,
they're the ones that I remember anyway.
There you go. So we're heading over to the church ruins now. The fog is really thick. We've got the place to ourselves now. There's the tower. The fog is so thick though, and it's quite cold out as well, so see our breath in the air. There's the tower up there, and apparently the window up there is where supposedly a face is seen watching you and stuff. This reminds me a little bit of Clop Hill Church ruins in Bedfordshire. That's well known for being haunted and frequented by all kinds of paranormal types and spiritual types and Satanist types and stuff. Here's the rest of the church. So it's like a gravel interior I'm going to give you a more detailed look of the site in the morning when we've got some light. This little shadow, by the way, on the screen, that's it's the microphone cradle on this filming cage. So it looks weird, but it's nothing sinister. Yeah, so we're just going to sit in here for a bit and soak in the ambience and the atmosphere.
We're going to hope Beyonce appears.
Beyonce appears? Oh, the ambience.
Yeah.
So we've been sat here for about, I don't know, half hour tops maybe, just chatting. We've seen or heard nothing. So then, like, kids that turned up earlier were about the only creepyish thing we saw. It's pretty quiet now. The fog's still pretty thick. It's like coming up to midnight now. That's the witching hour though, when all the scary stuff happens. But we're gonna head back to the shelters, the other side of the mound, and we'll probably do a hot drink, and then we'll hit the sack. But yeah, we saw nothing here. We'll show you a bit more in the morning. The night's not over yet. Stuff could still happen. We're all in our respective shelters. It's pretty warm in here, but then I'm wearing like most of my winter stuff. I'll probably end up too warm. The other guys were complaining of like they were a little bit chilly earlier on, so I gave them some disposable hand warmers. I always like carry 2 or 3 packs of them because it's not good, you know, if you're cold, and it's not good if other people you're with are cold. So, you know, it's an inexpensive little thing, and they can make a real difference in winter, the hand warmers. You know, you just take them out the plastic and give them a little shake, and then put them in the bottom of your sleeping bag or in your pockets and stuff, and they last for like 8 hours, and yeah, they can really help you get through like these cold nights. Like, it's mid-October, but you can really feel the chill coming in now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to sort of seeing the place in the daylight again, and we can sort of have a better explore and look around the place. But it's been a good little camp despite this not being the proposed plan. It's been a funny day, a lot of driving. So I've got a long drive to get back home to Essex tomorrow, and I've got to drop Luke off first as well, where he lives in North Kent. So yeah, I'm looking at least like 3.5 hours of driving. So I'm going to be wiped out. So I'm hoping to try and get a decent night's sleep tonight. Anyways, I will let you know if any spooky happenings occur in the night. Hopefully not. Hopefully I don't have any night terrors. It's been really good so far. It's been nice to see Steve again, nice to see Luke. We've had a good time, good laugh. So enough yawning. I'll see you in the morning. Night everyone. So good morning everyone. It's 7 AM, alarms went off. I woke up, I unzipped the bivvy, sort of looked behind me, could see that Steve was already awake. Luke was still asleep at the time, he's now awake. And then I turned round, looked up on the bank, and there was a load of people just standing above us filming what obviously they're anticipating is the sunrise. Didn't even know they were there. And it was like, oh, we've got 3 pumpkins carved next to our bivvies, 3 grown men in body bags. Your tent's basically a body bag, mate. Okay, you're lumped in with us. 3 carved pumpkins, pumpkin carving kits, a bag of rubbish. Clearly, you know, we've camped here. They didn't say anything, didn't say morning or anything. It was more like, it's more like if someone walks in on you while you're having a shit, really. A bit awkward looking. We was like, alright. So I thought, if you can't beat them, join us. So I just got up, got the tripod out, set it up and started filming the church and stuff. I was like, yep, this is what I'm here for. You know, professional photographer. This wouldn't have happened at Rackham Ruins, I'm telling you. I slept okay, actually. No, in fact, I slept really well. I actually got a decent amount of sleep. And I know I got a decent amount of sleep because my face doesn't hurt. You know, when like your eyes hurt and stuff like that. None of that. I feel really refreshed, actually. I was warm. I was actually pretty damn comfy. I'm glad I kept the rucksack in there with me because, like, I was at like the perfect position. It had got really damp, both outside and inside the bivvy. Like, the walls were quite damp inside. First time I've ever had any issues with that. But all the stuff's dried inside straight away already, really, and it didn't affect the performance of the stuff because I was really warm, so it didn't really bother me. But yeah, first time I've ever really had, I suppose, what you could maybe call condensation inside it, but it was fine, to be honest. And I think, to be honest, it had probably just built up over the night, like over the course of the evening before I got in the bivvy, so weren't a problem. So yeah, there's the church ruins behind us, and you can see this steep bank. That's the Neolithic earthwork, I think from about 2500 BC. There's still a bit of mist covering the surrounding area. It doesn't look as bad as it was last night, though. Oh, that has to go down as one of the more interesting ways I've woken up on a wild camp. To have a load of people with cameras stood above me. Anyway, felt like the paparazzi or something. Are you Tom Outdoors? Are you that bloke off the telly that makes YouTube videos about wild camping?
I knew you were here, Tom. That's what
yeah. So the next thing to show you is the wish tree. I think it's maybe a couple of trees just outside of the henge monument. Don't know if they're old yew trees. Yeah, I believe they are old yew trees that you always find in graveyards, but there's just ribbons all over it. I think each one represents a life, something like that. There's this one as well. It's very spiritual and pagan. It's quite rare to see the two come together, paganism and of course Christianity. And then just down here there's some memorials and like hand painted stones, plants. It's quite nice, really. Yeah, and that's on the I suppose this would be the east side of the henge and the church. There's ribbons right up here as well. It's very nice. And then you've got this really nice view just out over the countryside. So that's the end of this Halloween wild camp for this year. I hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you for joining us.
And a different one than normal, isn't it?
It's been very different, yeah. It's been on my list to like come to this place for a long time anyway. It wasn't ideal waking up and there was a load of photographers like outside the bivvies. It was a bit odd, but it is what it is anyway. We've done it now. It was a fun little camp, and yeah, we got to see a really nice ruin and quite unique, you know, like paganism and Christianity all in one here. It was good. It was a pleasure meeting Steve again, Scoutman Steve.
So it's been about a year, hasn't it?
It's been a year, yeah, since the last Halloween camp.
On the dot.
Yeah, so
Clapham Woods.
it was Clapham Woods, yeah. If you've not seen that video, check it out. So it's good seeing Steve again. He's taken a bit of a break from YouTube at the moment, but his channel's still up and running. It's called Scoutman Steve. I'll stick a link in the description below.
I'm a scout man.
I'm the scat man.
And then of course it's been a pleasure seeing Luke again from the Real Traveller Amigos. So yeah, if you've not subscribed to Luke's channel already, what you're doing with your life. It's the Real Travelling Amigos. I'll put a link below this as well. He's in a lot of my videos, recent videos it seems, and we've got more stuff planned
And
for the future, haven't we?
I'm yet to be noticed out and about by a subscriber.
Yeah,
Tom seems to get it all the time now.
we was at the Chess Big Sleep Out for Chess Homeless Charity on Friday night, and I come to meet Luke, and then this bloke turned around and just went, "Here, are you the bloke off YouTube that does wild camping videos?" I was like, I wanted to sort of go, this is Luke from the Real Traveller Amigos as well, but it was the occasion, the moment sort of got away from me a bit and I forgot. Sorry. I'll plug you next time anyway. Right.
A few thousand more subscribers and I might be there.
Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you have a brilliant Halloween. Until next time, take care of yourselves, look after each other, stay safe, please be nice to one another. I'll see you soon. Bye. Kath. We gave in and went to Mackie D's instead. Happy days.